Question 1. How much time do you think you devote to managing your health every day? I would say I probably think about my blood sugar 50 times a day, at least. I'm not pricking my finger 50 times a day, but I like to be very active, and mostly what I am juggling is, okay, I'm going to exercise here and eat here and take this much insulin because I know I'm going to walk my dog again in X number of hours and I don't want too much insulin on board for that and yada yada, and then I eat lunch, and we are constantly juggling variables, right? Most people don't go to bed at night and have to stop and think like, am I going to make it through the night? Is it safe for me to fall asleep? And that might sound like a dramatic, extreme question to someone who doesn't know what living with type 1 is like, but it's actually like really pertinent, and it's something, whether we know it or not that we're doing it, it's something we ask ourselves constantly throughout the day. Am I going to survive this dog walk? Am I safe to get in a car? I think about my health all day long. Question 2, was there ever a time when you were not as bold and confident in speaking up for yourself? I would say no, but I've learned how to do it better. Because when you start disagreeing with a doctor, they don't like that. So you need to do it in a way that conveys calmness, for sure. You cannot freak out. They will tune you out and just say you're kind of emotionally losing it. You need to be calm when you start arguing with a healthcare professional, especially an MD. But you also need to be really confident in what you're saying, and you need to give them evidence. I was recently arguing with a doctor about a medication for my thyroid, just been diagnosed with hypothyroid. He wanted to start me on 88 microgram dose. I did it for one morning. My blood sugar was through the roof, wouldn't come down. And he was saying, oh, no, that's a normal dose for your body weight. I'm extremely sensitive to meds, doc. It's too much for me. It feels like I just drank 5 cups of coffee. That answer didn't work on him. What did help him understand was when I said, listen, what this is doing to my blood sugar shows me that this dose is too high because it's producing too much cortisol and my liver is dumping glucose in response to that. That argument convinced the doctor that I knew myself and my disease well enough for him to trust me and listen to me. I've had the same experiences in pregnancy and delivering my children, in DKA after my insulin pump died. You have to speak up, but you have to be calm and clear. Question 3. A lot of people get nervous and tongue-tied during their appointments. What advice do you have for someone in this situation? First of all, remember that those healthcare professionals work for you. You are not there to impress them. You are not there to please them. They work for you. So if you need help, if you're struggling, if your blood sugars are high because you're struggling, even if you're not really sure that you want help, because that means changing something, right? Or facing something, just say the words, I need help, or I am struggling. If you can get out one of those 3-word sentences, you're going to have some kind of breakthrough in getting what you need from that appointment. Question 4, what advice can you offer someone who isn't getting the support they need from one of their doctors? Fire your doctor. There are a lot of doctors who are not very good at their job, mostly because they're not good at listening, right? And not good at trusting the patient. I only go for help with my diabetes to a person with a medical background that also has type 1 diabetes. I'm a little biased because there's just too many variables that they have no idea about that come up in real life every single day. And what I do instead, so I have a primary care that I get my prescriptions through, but I go to Jenny Smith and Gary Shiner if I actually need help with my insulin doses. Because they know, and they're never going to say to me, oh my gosh, you had a low blood sugar? Why? That's what you're going to get from a doctor who doesn't know anything about type 1, right? Fire the crappy doctors. Look for better ones, whether it's your OBGYN. I have fired an OBGYN after my first pregnancy, found a way better team for my second pregnancy. Fire them and find what you need. There's so many out there. Create the team that you actually need.